Okay, good evening, everybody. David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, and we're about to have a tremendous change in temperature as a strong cold front comes into the Houston area this coming Saturday, late afternoon, Saturday night. The timing is not set in stone, but what is set in stone is how much the temperature is going to drop. From 84 for a high temperature on Saturday afternoon to 34 degrees, near freezing in the Houston area as we go into Sunday morning. And locations north of Houston, from the Woodlands northward to Conroe and Huntsville and Livingston, Navasota, you guys will probably see a light freeze, maybe even lows in the upper 20s up near Huntsville, Madisonville, as we head into early Sunday morning. And then Monday morning, it looks like all inland areas are going to see a light freeze. Now, a light freeze. So I don't expect that this is going to be one that threatens the pipes, but what you should do is take action Sunday morning, Monday morning to make sure people, pets, and plants have some protection. You can water in your plants that are outside. They draw up the water up into the root system that helps them protect themselves or cover them up, especially tender tropical plants. Pets, make sure they have food and a warm place to go and water. And then, of course, the people, make sure the people in your life are safe and check on your neighbor if there's someone that you know maybe that's elderly or has a tough situation going into this cold snap. So Saturday night, a light freeze north of I-10 is expected. And then Sunday night into early Monday morning, a freeze for all inland areas, even the coastal counties. So Angleton, Alvin, I expect you guys will see a light freeze going into Monday morning. Here's the way the temperatures look on our forecast map. This is Saturday afternoon. Sugar Land 84, Bush 83, Pasadena 83. I actually think for a high temperature, Bush is going to hit 84 on Saturday afternoon. Warm southeast, southwest wind. That's our warm wind direction. And it's not uncommon to have a very warm day right before a cold front comes in. And that's what's going to happen overnight, Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Everything turns around. Look at these temperatures by Sunday morning. So again, from 84 to 34 at Bush Cottonville Airport, a 50-degree temperature swing to the downside between about midnight Saturday night into 6:30 a.m. Sunday morning. So in 6 hours, we drop 50 degrees. A light freeze, Conroe 31, Huntsville 29, College Station 30, Brenham 32. Those are the most likely spots to freeze, light freeze. Cleveland, Livingston, you're very close. I would act as if you're going to see a light freeze. And the thing with this is it's not a calm radiational freeze. This is what's called an advection freeze. The cold air will be blown in on a gusty northwest wind that will gust 25 to 35 for inland areas, and near the coast, it's easily going to gust to 40 miles an hour across areas along the bay, Kemah Boardwalk, Galveston, Bolivar Peninsula, Crystal Beach. Gust to 40 miles an hour. That will put feels like wind chill factors, into the teens and 20s area-wide. That's what it will feel like to your skin when the wind blows across it. So temps in the 30s Sunday morning. Gusty northwest wind. That is a day you do not want to be outside. You want to bundle up and stay inside. Hot chocolate, fireplace. That's what Sunday is going to be. Kind of a fun change from all the warm weather we've had, unless you have to be out in it. Now, these are high temperatures going into Sunday afternoon. Low to maybe mid-40s. And maybe some spots up north, Huntsville, Madisonville, you guys don't get out of the 30s. That's possible. That's a cold, full-blown winter day, and we still have that northwest wind all day long on Sunday. A windy, cold day. And then going into Monday morning, the wind lets up. So this will be a radiational freeze. As winds go calm, skies clear out. Bush, a light freeze at 32. Tomball, 31. Conroe, 31. Cleveland, 32. I know the computer's showing Livingston at 37. That's because it's right near the lake, but you get just a little ways away from the lake, and you'll drop to near freezing. Huntsville 32, College Station 32, Brenham 30, Columbus at 31. Now, the computer, this particular run, this is the European model, has Pearland just above freezing at 34. Same for Pasadena. Same for Sugar Land at 33. Folks in Brazoria County at 34. Bay City 34. Take it from experience. The computers are probably running warm, and I completely expect that Pearland, Sugar Land, Brazoria County, Angleton, Alvin, West Columbia, Bay City, Pasadena, El Campo, you're going to see a light freeze. I expect you guys to at least get down to the freezing mark of 32 degrees. So any tender plants and pets and people, make sure everybody's bundled up and warm and protected. Here's the way it looks across the nation this evening. What an example in contrast. 78 in Shreveport, 32 in Kansas City. Houston 75, 24 in Dodge City, Kansas. Just amazing. Unusually warm across the deep south and even unusually cold across the northern tier. Rapid City, South Dakota at 5. Bismarck's 1 below. International Falls 9 below. That's even cold by their standards. And I thought this is fun to look at. Houston at 75. And don't you know that folks up in Old Crow and Yellowknife and Kugluktuk, where it's 28 below, 36 below, 26 below, are just kind of wishing, I think they are, that they could come down here and get a little 75-degree evening and take a walk and not have to put on the big coat or whatever it is they wear to stay warm. You'd have to cover up all exposed skin. Couldn't stay out in that type of temperature very, very long. So that's what's coming south. And for the past week, that cold air has been down across the Canadian border, Montana, the Dakotas, and into the Rocky Mountain West. That's the opening for the cold air. That's why they've been so cold out west. And then this ridge pattern is warm underneath it. We've been in this warm bubble of air in the deep south. That is going to change. Watch as I put this in motion. This trough finally moves to the middle part of the country, and that will open up a pathway for cold air to be pulled out of central Canada and down into the mid and lower Mississippi Valley and down into Texas and Houston. But I thought this was really fun. So let's play a little bit of compare and contrast this jet stream pattern coming in this Sunday to the one that we had back in February when we had that incredible freeze and all the power outages. So notice this setup. You've got the ridging up until, let's just call it central Canada, and then from here the cold air is pulled south. So here's your source region for the cold air for this outbreak. Central Canada pulled south down into the middle part of the United States. That's what's happening this weekend. Here's the way it played out back in February. See the difference? So I took a snapshot back on the 13th of February, 2021. This was the day before Valentine's Day. And take a look at the difference. Where's the source region for this Arctic outbreak? Instead of central Canada, it's actually up in here. See how this is tailing up? These winds tailed way up into above the Arctic Circle and toward the North Pole. So you had your source region way up here above the Arctic Circle. And then that plunged just directly south. That's why the February outbreak was so much colder and so dramatically cold than this one we're having here over the weekends. Let's back it up. So here's what's happening this weekend. We're getting our nice dip in the jet, getting our trough, but the ridging's only reaching up to central Canada. The ridging reached way up here into above the Arctic Circle, the one back in February. And that's the difference. That's why this one was so brutally cold. It was pulling air directly out of Siberia, across the Arctic Circle, and down into the lower 48. And the one we're coming into this weekend is just not quite as amplified. Let's look across the nation. These are forecast temperatures for Saturday afternoon. While we're basking at temperatures well above 80, Oak City is 27 degrees. Look at the contrast. Dallas 71, Oak City at 27, Saturday 3:30 in the afternoon. That is amazing. So at that point, your leading edge, your cold front will be right there. Amarillo at 23, Brownsville at 87. Omaha drops to 4 Saturday afternoon. Chicago at 29. We go into Sunday morning. That's when we get cold. We're down to 34 here in Houston. Dallas 25, Oak City 19, 13 below in Omaha. Minneapolis 22 below, International Falls 28 below. So Omaha, Nebraska 13 below. That's bitterly cold even by their winter standards. That's Sunday morning. This is Sunday into Monday morning. There's our light freeze area-wide. Houston at 32 Monday morning. Shreveport freezing, Dallas 31, Oak City 31. The air begins to moderate a little bit, so Omaha is now warmed up to 15 degrees above zero by Monday morning. Minneapolis is at 8. Chicago's at 1. My brother lives in Chicago. I got to check on him. That's going to be even cold for him. And so that's the way it stands with national temperature forecast. Our 7-day outlook in Houston, unusually warm through Thursday through New Year's Eve, high of 82 Friday. Friday evening, if you're going to be out, it'll be mild, no rain. It's going to be a nice evening to be out for New Year's Eve. Saturday's New Year's Day, we warmed to 84 on that warm southwest breeze. And then this north wind sustained at 23, but it is going to gust 35 to 40 miles an hour at times, especially near the coast. So a very windy, cold day on Sunday, and a cold start Monday morning with a freeze area-wide and a high of 56. And then look what happens. Watch how this plays out. We warm near 70 Tuesday, highs back in the upper 70s. I'm forecasting 78 by next Wednesday. To say that's a temperature roller coaster is an understatement, but that is what we are on. At the moment, I don't have any 80s in our extended long-range forecast. Got another front coming in for next weekend. Going to get chilly again. But this will be a huge shock to the system. After so much warm weather and our bodies getting used to temperatures in the 80s every afternoon, we're going to go down and have temps only in the 40s and 30s for a couple of days. That's where we stand right now. Models are going to update, and I'll bring them to you live on the TV side on KHOU 11 News at 10 o'clock tonight.